Legona 500's getting close. What's up, everybody? My name is Aaron. I'm the Brick Scavenger, and I got a box today. Look at this. This box is from my friend Blue Devil Bricks. This should have tons and tons of rock pieces in it, which we're going to convert into a volcanic marble raceway for the villainous area of this Legona 500. Let's dig into this thing and build a 6-foot-long marble racetrack out of volcanic rock. Let's go. All right, tons of rock pieces, although I'm already looking at that thinking, I don't know if I got enough. Oh, no. But here's sort of the basic prototype of what I was playing with when I had a few of them. Connecting 4 of these things together. I think we're gonna try using these trans red pieces to kind of give it a little bit of a lava-like feel. This won't be here. And then it needs like a side rail so marbles can't fly off. But in theory, this thing is gonna provide a slight downhill the whole way. So we're gonna lock 4 and 4 and 4 and 4, and hopefully we're gonna cover, I don't know, 8 inches on that white table, plus the full 6-foot table, well, almost, over to the grave digger. It's gonna take a lot of rock pieces. Let's see what we can do. Let's have some fun. All right, I opened the bag, and here is Blue Devil Bricks. But how funny is this? We've been using tons and tons of carrot pieces in this. Total coincidence, but I completely forgot that my friend Blue Devil Bricks loves carrots. He sent me a couple of carrots, which are now going to definitely be incorporated somewhere into this racetrack in honor of Blue Devil Bricks. This dude will take good care of you on BrickLink. I would highly recommend checking him out. He's got incredibly fair shipping prices. In fact, free shipping on high-end orders. He's a good dude. He's got high-quality stuff. Check that guy out on BrickLink for sure, guys. All right, I think we may have enough rock. Look, we're getting close. A few inches there. And here's the path all the way down. Still got to put the railing on it. But look how close we are to the grave digger. Yowza, I think we might just barely make it. Look at this. I got a little bit here and a little bit here. We're going to make it. The problem is this is not real well, not real strongly built. So we're gonna have to find a way to support this thing. But let's put the railing on it first and then we'll worry about that. All right, first glance is gonna look something like this. I'm gonna have to make some black Mills plates to go under this to kind of, cover the ugliness and make it more thematic. But let's just test and see what happens if a marble falls here. How far will this thing make it? Uh-oh. That's not very far. Now, to be fair, it's pretty flat right here. So I should be able to make it downhill more, more sort of gradually downhill, because that's perfectly flat. So gradual downhill, that's the next try. All right, I think we have a bit of a problem. As I put these marbles on here, it's just so bumpy and not enough downhill that they're not gonna make it all the way down. They just don't have the speed. I think it's too flat right here and it's not enough of an angle. There's a couple potential solutions here. I could lower this part a little bit so it's sort of a more consistent downhill. That's one option. Another option is to extend this elevator up more. That would give me more height to start with. If I had, 6 more inches of height there, that would give me a significantly bigger drop. But I think most important, this is kind of like a downhill and then pretty level. And it's gonna run out of gas pretty quick when it's level. So I think it needs to be downhill more the whole way. Not necessarily a lot steeper, but definitely can't have flat spots. So I'm gonna have to think about how to do that. All right, so I got annoyed with that ramp. So I took the dogs for a walk, thought about it, and now I'm at the mall. I jumped in the car and I said, I'm going to see if I can solve this problem at the Lego store. So I made the 20 to 25 minute drive. I am at the mall now, about to head in and see if the pick-a-brick wall can solve any of these problems for me. We're looking for Mills plate stuff. We're looking for anything that would be volcanic. We're looking for some tall support pieces. Time to go spend some money, hopefully. All right, so unfortunately, they literally did not have any of what I went in there for. But they did have some other interesting stuff, and I was sitting in there brainstorming, trying to find a way to solve the problems with the pieces they had on the wall. So I ended up getting 7 boxes of stuff, which we can cover later. I don't know if it will solve the problems, but I think there's a good chance that I'll be able to finish off most or all of that rock, marble, volcanic runway with what I got. It wasn't the way I initially envisioned it, but maybe that's okay. That's a part of Lego, right? You get creative with some of the things you got. So we'll roll with it and see how it goes. Okay, so 7 boxes is what I came home with, none of which I went there for. So the idea was I wanted to make Mills plates coming along here in dark gray, black-like colors so that it has the villainous, rocky, volcanic feel to it. They didn't have any of the dark gray, black plates that I wanted. They also didn't have any supports like tall rocks or whatever scaffolding that I could use to elevate this track. I do have these white Mills plates made up from a winter village that I never used. Obviously the wrong color scheme. So I'm thinking I'm gonna use these. I'm sitting there brainstorming at the Lego store at their pick-a-brick wall, like how can I use what's on here to make this happen? So I am going to use these white Mills plates, but what I was thinking is I would effectively cover the white up completely with dark colored stuff. So let's take a look at what I got and talk about my brainstorm. I don't know if I can do this with one hand very well. First of all, I got what I hope will turn into, these are red studs here. What is this? Oh yeah, I'll talk about those in a minute. So I got a thing of red studs and I got these trans orange tiny flame pieces. And I'm thinking if I mix these two things together, I'm gonna have a pretty kind of nice like lava feel, right? So that's gonna be the finishing touch. We're kind of going in the wrong direction. Ow, that's a giant paper cut. Oh, pretend that didn't happen on camera. Oh, that's gonna bleed. We'll take that hand off camera. We've got trans red bricks, which I'm hoping to use. I'm hoping to not show you all my blood. Trans red bricks. I'm gonna hopefully use those as pieces to elevate some of the track. And have that volcanic feel to it. I'm trying to not repeat that as I do this. Okay, so here's some more trans red brick, but then I also got these. I think what I can do, these are I can't get it to focus at all. These are half cylinder pieces, which I think I can use as elevators. The problem is I'm gonna put like 2 of them together, like this for stability purposes. And I've gone up, I don't know, what is that, 3 bricks or something? But then obviously the problem is the next ones, they won't fit on there. But what I'm thinking is, my memory is that I have a bunch of 4x4 round plates. And that is what would fit perfectly under there, and it would stack on here. So if I indeed have those, I can do this and then put a 4x4 round plate and then put another one and then another one, right? And then I'd be able to elevate this track using these pieces. I don't really have a good feel for how many of these I'm going to need, so I loaded up on these. Let's see what else I got. Okay, so I got a bunch more, like I said, of these, right? Then they had these cone-shaped orange pieces. I figured we've come this far with the carrot theme, we might as well keep going. So I grabbed a bunch of these orange cones. I don't know exactly where they're gonna go, but we've come this far with carrots. We're gonna embrace the Blue Devil brick thing. So I got a bunch of orange cylinders, mostly just to fill in gaps, to take full advantage of the volume of these cups. Let's see, what else did I get? Okay, so then a bunch more like lava stuff, right? A bunch more lava. And then this last box probably doesn't apply, but they're such cool pieces that I figured I could use them somehow. It's the 2x2 bricks in pearl gold, but they've got the grill lines on them. These make great columns and things like that. So whether they'll get used on this racetrack or not, I'm not sure. But they're such cool pieces, I figured at some point decoratively they're gonna look good. So we're gonna go with that. So what does this all kind of look like? What I'm thinking is on any of these Mills plates here, we're going to first create the the structure that supports the racetrack itself. Hopefully a gentle downhill the whole way. Then we will surround this supports with dark gray and black slope pieces, kind of anything that looks like a jagged kind of rockish, shape. We will put down just to cover up all the white. So then you can imagine this thing is a very sort of jagged, pointy, rock-looking, structure in black and dark bluish gray. Then on top of that, we will sprinkle a mixture of red studs and trans orange flames and trans red brick to kind of make the jagged look feel like, hopefully like kind of like lava flow. And that would be going on underneath the the racetrack. I'm hoping that'll look really good when it's all done. None of this white would show. We'll see. I'm gonna work on this a little bit and then I'll update you on how it's going once I've got maybe one Mills plate worth of it done. But I probably first, before we decorate, should just simply make sure I can go all the way downhill with the supports and, the racetrack, make sure the marbles are actually gonna go. First a Band-Aid, and then we'll try this. All right, I'm running out of time today. Dad Taxi is about to turn the light on, but this is sort of the general idea of what I had in mind. Again, the white is all gonna get covered up eventually, but this will ultimately crash into the Gravedigger. Let's test, we're like, I don't know, we still got a ways to go, but let's just test and see if marbles will end up in the Gravedigger. Well, it hit a thing that won't be there, but nothing more. Close, really close. Over here, there may be a little hang-up spot that we'll have to work on. My concern now, I think it's actually like slightly uphill right there, so maybe that's the problem. But my concern is that this angle, if you continue it on, is gonna be higher than where the elevator is. And it's not like a major crisis. If I back up a little bit, it'll be fairly close, but I think it's gonna be too high. Not a major crisis other than we're gonna have to potentially extend that elevator up another couple of inches. But we're getting there. We are absolutely getting there. This is sort of the final stretch to having a full loop for our Legona 500. That's exciting. More work tomorrow. We'll see you next time. Thanks for being here.